of sandbars. We have waves, breakers on both sides of the boat as we're going through. It's just this little. Make sure you're on a deck. Don't miss it. It's very good. Once we get inside, it'll take us another 15 minutes or so to motor up to where we're going to anchor. It's big. It's 16 miles long. And then another few minutes for the Tonga drivers to get over. Well, we'll radio them as soon as we start hearing those guns. They'll be ready to meet us. And we'll be jumping in their pockets and head out. So we'll spend all day the next 3 days whale watching. You will have the opportunity to go out to Sand Island, which I would recommend you do. Walk on what is as close to a pristine beach as you're going to find it. It's pretty cool. You should do it just to say you have that. Find things out there that you don't find on beaches in other places. So I would recommend that you do that. You don't have to. You want to stay in the skiffs all 3 days. Morning and afternoon as well. You'll have the opportunity to go whale watching all day as well. I think we'll be able to get all of us. We'll have 3 pongas come over to the boat. Should be able to get all of us at 3 pongas. That's about 9. There's 27 of us. Right? So that's 9 per ponga. That works just fine. Pongas themselves are the most stable boats I've ever been in my life. They're dry. They're not like the skiffs we're in today. They're dry. Have a high bow on them. It's a wonderful boat. Interact with the Mexican fishermen, with your drivers. They appreciate that. They appreciate that you fly and make contact with them, try and communicate with them. They'll be on board here for lunch and probably coffee in the morning, etc. They'll be on board and racing with us in the breakers. They appreciate it. Try it out. I feel like I make a cool out of myself for work. The only other thing that I almost demand missing passengers. I can't really demand anything, so it's really a very, very strong suggestion that at some point during the next 3 days, you get into one of the pongas for one trip without a camera. Not have a camera plastered up in this face. Allow yourself the opportunity to experience what's going on around you. Once you have done that, you will appreciate the fact that you get wonderful pictures of the camera plastered in your face, but you really can't see what's going on. You really can't see when a mother goes down underneath, lifts her baby up, and watch that baby's eye move from person to person on. If you have a camera plastered in your face, you can't see it. And watching it, you see that baby recognize individuals, not just look at focus on. And those are the kinds of little things that you get to see photographed all the time. So I really suggest strongly that you take one trip without a camera. At least one trip, right? I have more than one, right? Recycled sketches already, so you're about to enter where I'm talking to people that are one of the very special places in this world. Very few people who get the opportunity to go to this place. This one, in my opinion, it's the 8th wonder of the world. There are 2 places, in my opinion, you should visit on this planet before you die. One of them is San Ignacio, Lagoona. The other is the San Cortez. You should go to those 2 places. Well, unbelievable places. So you're one of the very few lucky people who get the privilege to go.
Tom's suggestions to the letter, since this was the first time I'd ever used a video camera, and it was a trip of a lifetime, so my camera was never far from me. It was a little bit of a shock to see all of the dead whales on Sand Island in various different stages of decay. teeth. Instead, they have baleen, which looks a lot like a broom, which they use to filter the water and get their food from it, which consists mostly of krill. It's remarkable how similar the skeletal structure is for whales to humans. Here we see a fin, and it is dehydrated to the point where you can see the bones underneath, and those bones do look like a hand with fingers. This is a male whale. We can tell by the appendage that is hanging out there, and it is commonly called a pink Floyd. That is a whale vertebra.
Today we observed jellyfish floating in the ocean. While watching these beautiful, buoyant creatures, I wondered, what exactly are jellyfish? How do these animals swim and reproduce? I knew that some species of jellyfish were poisonous. How were they able to sting their prey? I wanted to find out more about the body structure of these curious creatures. So my activity is to build an Nigerian model, and basically you take 2 Dixie cups, and I have my students label the layer. So this outer layer is the ectoderm, and then we have the inner mesoglea, and on the inside we have the endoderm. And hanging down is the tentacle.
If you look at the test of a sea urchin, you can see that there's parts that are just bumpy, and there's parts that have streaks in it. Okay, so the parts that have the streaks have little tiny dots that don't have bumps, and that's where the tooth feet come out. So if you go over that with kids, you can do that. And then if you talk about the little bumps, the bumps are ball and pivot joints for the spine, so the spines can move around, and that the spines help the sea urchin move, and that the 2 feet help hold it in place. And sometimes I think just trying to create something 3-dimensional for a kid is a way of thinking spatially. So this is a styrofoam ball with little plasticine bits of ball and little cut straws. And honestly, I would never try to torture a student into making this complete like this.
My topic was the effects of El Nino and La Nina on marine life. As I started going through looking for some of the effects of El Nino and La Nina, I've also found a lot of effects that man have had on nature in general and marine life in particular. You know, bring home the point with them about how fragile Earth is and how man is involved with it. So see that, I mean, there is a potential that man can actually help this planet rather than continuing to destroy it.
Gray whales migrate every year from the Arctic down to Mexican lagoons to mate and to give birth. Gray whales can grow up to 40 to 50 feet long and weigh up to 90,000 pounds. Their lifespan is about 50 to 60 years. The female has a calf every 2 years or so. When born, a calf is about 15 feet long and weigh close to 2,000 pounds. After about 4 or 5 weeks, the mother will bring the calf out to the main lagoon and they will swim back and forth against the current so that the baby can grow very strong to make the trip back up to the Arctic. There were whales all around us, and they didn't seem to be shy about coming near us. Most of them, however, did not come up to the boat for us to pet. That is the whale's scent gland. The whale puts his tongue over the gland and can actually smell in the water. Any adult gray whale probably has numerous patches of barnacles growing on them. It doesn't hurt the whale because of their blubber. These are whale lice.
People, for some reason, have this vision that when you explode something, it like vaporizes and goes away.
Stick all the jetties to save
So
the
they
beaches,
stuck all this
right?
dynamite under the whale and exploded it, and there are like these 300-pound chunks of fin whale coming through people's roofs in their houses.
How part of it?
It blew it. I mean, they put a lot of dynamite under it.
The funny thing is, when it explodes, everybody's like, "Oh!" and then they're like, "Oh my God, look out!" And there's
And
huge chunks
it's on the
just
internet.
landing
You can find it,
everywhere.
and you hear them go, "Oh wow! Oh my God!"
It's great.
We gotta see that video.
Just do
Literally,
a search for like exploding whale
chunks
and
of
you'll
these,
find it.
300-400-pound chunks of whale just went right through people's roofs in their houses, smashed their
kill
cars. No, nobody was killed to the best of my knowledge.
Did part of the explosion have to do with the gas that was piled up inside?
No, it was the dynamite that
It
put
was all
it.
the dynamite, huh?
Put lots of
So
dynamite.
then what they do, dig a hole and try and bury as much
Yeah,
as they can.
and the only way you can get rid of something like that is either to pull it out to sea, in which it's a shipping hazard, or bury it on the beach. If you go to the beach in Southern California, there's a very good chance that you're sitting on top of a gray whale.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And the consistency changes depending on the water temperature. So he said you can kind of age out a whale by looking at the cross section of the
Since they migrate from colder water to warmer water on an annual basis, the wax that's laid down in the air in colder water is a little different consistency than the wax that's laid down in warmer water. So it's not 100% accurate, but you can take that plug and dissect it out and then split it the length and then kind of like read rings from a tree. The white mangroves get their name because on the back of the leaves, there's pores where the salt comes out. If you look, you'll see every once in a while you'll see a really yellow leaf. You know, red mangroves, they concentrate all the salt in one leaf, and then that leaf will fall off.
You go.
I'm sure you're all aware about the beneficial aspects of estuaries. If you start stripping these things away, the estuaries start getting destroyed by storms.
hand them. Here's an article that you downloaded from one of the conservation organizations offline. Here's an article that you downloaded from the salt plant or Mitsubishi. Read them. They both talk about the same thing, believe it or not. And you'll see a complete bias on the part of both articles. And enough editorializing. My activity is very innocuous and politically correct. It's not going to offend anybody. But it's on seawater. And I was thinking about what this whole trip had in common from the night we left San Diego to this moment right now. And the whole thing, the thing that ties it all together is the ocean, seawater. And it's the vehicle that got us here. Well, it's the medium upon which our vehicle traveled. It's what supports the ecosystem around us. It's where life itself evolved. There's very few things that are more important than seawater. So this activity, as I wrote it here, and which will eventually be typed and distributed to everybody, I guess, is really aimed at the elementary level. I wrote it to the simplest level possible, but it's easy to build upon this and take it to whatever level you wish for whichever subject area you want. Like I said, there's a social studies angle to this. There's a biology angle, obviously, and a chemistry angle. So it's pretty broad-based, and you can use it as a launching pad for discussions or activities, not just
the air bladder of fish. And the idea came when, I guess my journal entry would be something like, I'm watching the whales, but I see these little fishes kind of coming out and hanging out, and I noticed they could just hang there, suspended, not on the surface nor on the bottom, but kind of somewhere in between. So the question is, why are they able to do that?
It's truly not astronomy for us. Okay, most of us already know about the stars and stuff. What I've done is I've based this on more or less the lower classes in the middle school for those people who have never watched the stars. It's based on able to locate by using your body as a compass. And when I started out in it, you can see at the very front page, and I said, hey, here I am out here on this trip looking out over a dark ocean. I wonder how the heck I know how to navigate if I have no compass. So you can follow me through the directions, and I'll try to remember how I wrote it by heart. What I said is, here I am, right in the middle of the ocean. We're out on a landmass. I have no idea what direction to go because my compass is broken. There is one thing I need to know, though. There's one thing you must teach and you must memorize, and that is how to locate a certain group of stars called the Big Dipper. Big Dipper, as I explained in there, are 7 stars. 3 stars are the handle, 4 stars are the part of the cup called the dipper. If a person can locate that in the sky, they can move at any degree they want.
Fish biology, but we also developed a marine science program there, which is really, really exciting for me because all these opportunities came through that. And I think this is like the highest part I think of being able to get the excitement and the naturalist. Okay, this is wonderful here. I want to thank you a lot for getting all this organized. Awesome, really. Okay, and right now we're in a chapter on taxonomy, and I started trying to use the dichotomous tables so the kids learn how to use them. I don't know if you know what they are, but basically you give one characteristic. Let's say if I'm going to work with mollusks, I say with shell or without a shell. If it has a shell, then you go 1 or 2, and if it has 2 shells, then you say it's a round, and then you go eliminating them. It branches always in 2 and 2 and 2, right? For identifying. But the first time I tried it, well, what can I use? So I used flowers. But if I cut them the day before, they would come up all messed up. If I asked the kids to bring them, you could come with them. And sometimes I would just go rushing out and see what I could find in the garden at school. And usually we get to that chapter in winter, so it wasn't very successful. It was okay, but not that successful. This year I did it with butterfly fish photographs. was a little bit better, but it's not the same as being able to handle things, right? So what could I use that won't decompose? So I was thinking about the seashells. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. Try to do a little dichotomous table that will be useful for seashells in California. Okay? And that was one of my projects today, and it was really fun because there's such an amazing variety of seashells. And I was looking at the manuals and it said edible, edible, edible. And then, oh God, I started to get hungry. I mean, most of those seashells, you can make a really good cocktail with them. Unfortunately, we can't. Okay, but it was really interesting because I couldn't take any seashells, and some people saw me with a little bag full of seashells, and they said, "Man, this guy's gonna put them in a backpack." But no, I later on spread them out, and then I started to photograph them. Okay, and that's what I wanted to show because I ran out of battery, and because I would have to take from the front, the back, the side, and a close-up of the hinge. So there was a lot of photographs for one single seashell. So I found out that with a video camera, it's much better. Because that way I can hold it here, turn it around, show it all around, and it was perfect. The thing is that I've been using, I don't know how many of you know PowerPoint, okay? And it's excellent. I got a little computer, the television, and everything I can load to it, I try to use the visual. And it would have been a little bit complicated for me to take it from photograph or from slides to the PowerPoint. And this one I can connect it directly to the computer with a video ink card and load the images, make them still images, and then give the kids the tables, and they can try to classify them from what they're seeing on the screen. Obviously that would be nice, but it's not the same as handling them, right? So I'm gonna try to buy some a little shell collection that you can get really cheap there in the seashell store.
Oh, Mama, where are you?
Come here, baby. Here's Mama. Yeah. Yes, Mama.
Oh, what a sweet boy. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Come here, baby. So what? I'll get another watch. Yes, Mama. Yes. Yes, Mama.
Hey, baby. Got this. All right. I'm just climbing up.
You go right ahead.
Well,
Oh, Mama. Oh, Mama. Huh? He's got a lice on his hat. Oh, wow.
okay.
Mama's pushing baby up.
Oh, this memory's hard to hold. Forget it. I just put it in the corner. You gonna hang on to it for a minute? Okay.
Our final day in Lagoona San Ignacio. Our boats were near each other when a mother and her calf swam up to us, and for the next 40 minutes they went from boat to boat and got pets and kisses from all of us, and the mother made sure that the baby didn't hurt us and that we didn't hurt the baby. It was a conscious decision that was made not to hurt us, but to allow the baby to get loving from the humans. Yeah. Gotta love it. Yeah. Here he comes again. His baby. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Her mom is just hanging out there.
Yeah. Ooh, she was loving it every bit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let me see your lines here.
Okay, good, did not just
Yeah.
kiss him where? No, he didn't. Did you kiss him, Petey? He did. Yeah.
No. Kiss it on the lips. No. Right when he was blowing. Oh, babies are spinning all around.
Okay, come on, baby.
I didn't get it on tape, though. Try it again, Pete.
Try it again, Pete. Pete, go for it again.
Kiss it, Petey. Come
Petey,
on.
get it.
She likes it.
Go, Pete. Go.
Go, Pete.
You can mix this up. Go, Pete. Get it. To the right. Push her this way. Push it this way. There you go. Okay. Now, Pete, go get it. Go get it. Oh, she's blowing bubbles. Okay, this is your chance. Go for it. Okay. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, I got it. More.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mom. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, here comes the baby again. Come on, Pickles. Come on. Oh, come on. What, this is a pet? Sweetie. They're cutie first. Funny. Aw, so
This is awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look, Mom. You kiss me. Oh, hey.
A big cassette kind of great. Hey, baby. Check out with Mama before she gets out.
You know you're in. Okay, good. I was.
Get it? Oh, we didn't get it. Oh, get him! Pickles, come on. Come on, Pickles. Come on, little Pickles. Come on. Oh, I got more.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That's a good one. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom.
Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Mama.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the baby again. Come on, Pickles. Come on, Pickles. Come on.
Yes.
It's a move.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Come on. What? This is so good, sweetie.
Yes.
Yes. They're competing for attention. It's funny. Oh, come on, sweetie.
This is awesome. Yeah.
That's the baby.
Baby, give a kiss.
Yeah.
See it again, I'm starting to get addicted to it.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Look, Mom. Baby. You kiss baby. Oh, hey.
The sex have a cigarette. Great.
I hate him.
Hey, baby. Go check out with Mama before she comes back.
You have your radio on, do you? Okay, good. I want.
Get it? Oh, get him.
Then, after 40 minutes or so, Mama said it was time to go. She took a deep dive, and the calf followed her, and we never saw them again.
Bye.